Hello, my wonderful learners, and welcome to a very special episode of Best English Podcast, a place where your English dreams become achievable step by step. I'm Sarah. I want you to remember a specific moment, a moment that maybe lives in the back of your mind. You're in a meeting, or at a party, or maybe just ordering a coffee abroad. Someone asks you a question in English. It's not a difficult question. You know the words. You've studied this. But in that moment, a wave of heat flushes your face. Your heart starts hammering against your ribs. Your mind, which just a second ago was full of words, is now a blank, silent, terrifying whiteboard. The silence stretches. You force a smile. You mutter yes or no, and the moment passes. But the frustration, the embarrassment, the feeling of being trapped inside your own knowledge, that stays. It lingers for hours, for days. If you have ever experienced this feeling of your English ability betraying you when you need it most, then please know this. You are not broken. You are not a bad speaker. You are simply experiencing the #1 challenge for every single language learner: the confidence gap. And today, we are closing that gap. For good. This isn't just another lesson. This is a blueprint, a complete mindset and method shift. In this powerful episode, I'm going to walk you through my 4 most effective, battle-tested strategies to build unshakable, genuine confidence in your spoken English. We will rewire your fear-based reactions, equip you with practical linguistic tools, and install new, courageous habits. This is the day you stop being a student of English and start becoming a speaker of English. Let's begin. Before we can build the solution, we must truly understand the problem. And the problem is almost never your actual level of English. I have students with C1 level grammar who are terrified to speak, and students with A2 vocabulary who jump into conversations with a smile. The difference is 100% psychological. Let's break down the 2 monsters under the bed. The first monster is the myth of perfection. From the day we start learning, we are subtly taught that mistakes are failures. We see perfect textbook dialogues, we listen to polished actors in movies, and we compare our stumbling, hesitant speech to that. We set a goal of sounding like a native, which is a wonderful goal, but it becomes a terrifying standard. We think, if I can't say it perfectly, I shouldn't say it at all. This is the most destructive thought in language learning. It's like refusing to walk because you might stumble. The truth is, perfection is an illusion. Even native speakers make grammatical slips, forget words, and pause to think. Your goal is not perfection. Your goal is communication. We must slay this myth. The first monster is the myth of perfection. From the day we start learning, we are subtly taught that mistakes are failures. We see perfect textbook dialogues, we listen to polished actors in movies, and we compare our stumbling, hesitant speech to that. We set a goal of sounding like a native, which is a wonderful goal, but it becomes a terrifying standard. We think, if I can't say it perfectly, I shouldn't say it at all. This is the most destructive thought in language learning. It's like refusing to walk because you might stumble. The truth is, perfection is an illusion. Even native speakers make grammatical slips, forget words, and pause to think. Your goal is not perfection. Your goal is communication. We must slay this myth. The second monster is the spotlight effect. This is a cognitive bias where we believe everyone is noticing everything about us. You think that when you make a small mistake, everyone in the room immediately spots it, judges it, and is thinking about it. The reality? People are mostly thinking about themselves. They are thinking about what they are going to say next or how they sound. They are far more interested in the content of your message, your ideas, your stories, your questions, than in the minor grammatical packaging it comes in. Understanding this is liberating. You are not on a stage under a spotlight. You are having a human conversation. Now, let's replace those monsters with pillars of strength. These are not just tips. These are fundamental pillars you will build your new, confident identity upon. This is the most important mindset shift you will ever make. From this moment forward, I want you to delete the goal, "I want to speak perfect English," from your brain. Your new, single, all-consuming goal in every interaction is this: I want to connect with this person. Let's explore what this means. When your goal is connection, everything changes. If you forget a word, it's no longer a failure. It's a puzzle you solve together. You can use your hands. You can describe it. You can ask them. That interaction, that moment of shared problem solving, is connection. It's often more meaningful than a perfect sentence. If you make a grammar mistake but the person understands you and smiles, you have achieved your goal. You have connected. Your metric for success is no longer, was my sentence 100% correct, but did we understand each other? Did we share a moment? This shift removes an immense weight from your shoulders. You are not a grammar machine. You are a human being communicating with another human being. Let me tell you a story about a student of mine, Marco from Italy. Marco knew his English was good, but he was so nervous in meetings. He was obsessed with using the correct business jargon. One day, he decided to try this. In a meeting, instead of trying to sound like a CEO, his only goal was to make a genuine connection with his American colleague. He started by saying, "Before we begin, I just want to say I saw your presentation last week, and I really like the part about customer feedback." It was very clear. He said it simply. He didn't use fancy words, but it was genuine. The colleague lit up. The entire tone of the meeting changed. Marco had connected. And from that point on, his fear vanished because his goal had changed. Pillar 1 is about your mind. Pillar 2 is about your mouth. You must become a master of what I call strategic imperfection, the beautiful creative art of using the language you have to express the ideas you have, even if you don't have the perfect word. This is called paraphrasing, and it is the single most important practical skill for a confident speaker. Sarah, your vocabulary is not a prison. It's a toolbox. If you don't have a screwdriver, you use a knife. If you don't have the word refrigerator, you use the words you do have. Let's practice this mentally right now. What if you forget the word ceiling? You could say, the top of the room, the inside part, above our heads. That is a brilliant success. You communicated. Let's try another. You forget the word appointment. You could say, I have a planned meeting with the doctor at 3 p.m. Perfect. You are a problem solver. I want you to practice this deliberately. Take a notebook and write down 10 advanced words you've learned. Now, cover them up and try to explain each one using only simple, basic English. This exercise rewires your brain from panic to creativity. It teaches you that you are never truly stuck. You always have a way out. This knowledge alone breeds incredible confidence. Many learners see silence as their enemy. They fear it, so they rush to fill it with ums and ahs and jumbled sentences. But confident speakers see silence as their ally. They use it as a tool. A pause makes you sound thoughtful, intelligent, and in control. It gives your brain the crucial processing time it needs. Let's install some pause phrases. These are your best friends. When you need a moment to think, you don't just go silent. You use a phrase that gracefully holds your turn in the conversation. For example, "That's a great question. Let me think about that for a second. How can I put this? Well, there are a couple of ways to look at that. So, essentially, what I mean is," say one of these. Smile. Take a gentle breath, and then formulate your sentence. The other person will not think you don't know English. They will think you are a careful, considerate thinker. This is a game changer in professional and social settings. You are not hesitating. You are pondering. And now, the most powerful, counterintuitive, and life-changing technique of all. This is the engine that will propel you into real-world practice. I call it the 3-second rule. Here's how it works. Anytime an opportunity to speak English arises, a colleague says hello, a barista asks for your order, you have a question in an online class, you have a tiny window of opportunity. In that window, your fear-based brain will start screaming excuses. Wait, is my grammar right? I'll do it next time. If you listen to that voice, you will hesitate. The moment will pass, and the fear will grow stronger. The 3-second rule is your override command. You must make the decision to speak within the first 3 seconds. Don't think. Don't plan the perfect sentence. Just act. Count down in your head. 3, 2, 1, and go. Open your mouth and let the simplest version of the sentence come out. Hi, how are you? Can I have a coffee, please? I have a question about the project. The magic of this rule is that it bypasses the amygdala, the fear center of your brain. It forces action before fear can paralyze you. The first time you do it, you'll feel a jolt of adrenaline. But after you speak, you'll feel an incredible rush of empowerment. You did it. You broke the cycle. Each time you use the 3-second rule, you are not just practicing English. You are practicing courage. And courage, like a muscle, gets stronger every time you use it. Okay, my courageous speakers. It's time to move from theory to action. This is our workshop. I want you to find a place where you can speak out loud. Don't be shy. This is our safe space to practice. We are going to drill these skills into your muscle memory. Are you ready? Take a deep breath with me. Pause. First, we'll practice phrases that immediately build connection and give you control. Repeat after me, with confidence. 1. Sorry, I'm still learning English. Could you speak a little more slowly, please? Perfect. That phrase is a gift to yourself. It manages expectations and gets you the help you need. 2. What I mean is, use this to rephrase if you see confusion. Excellent. This is your reset button. 3. Could you repeat that, please? Good. Simple, clear, and effective. Now, let's fire up your creativity. I'll give you a word, and you'll repeat a simple paraphrase after me. This trains your brain to find alternatives. 4. Refrigerator. It's the cold box where we keep food fresh. See? You don't need the complex word to convey the meaning. 5. Mechanic. He's the person who fixes cars. 6. Exhausted. I'm so tired I can't do anything more. 7. Delighted. Fast. I'm very, very happy about it. Now, let's practice sounding calm and in control even when we're thinking. 8. That's a good question. Let me think for a moment. Say that with a smile. Feel the power it gives you. 9. Well, essentially. And finally, the starters. The sentences you use on 3, 2, 1, go. 10. Hi, how's your day going so far? 11. I wanted to ask you about your opinion on... 12. Could you help me with this, please? Absolutely phenomenal. You have just actively practiced a full toolkit for confidence. How do you feel? A little more powerful, I hope. Remember this feeling. So let's look at the blueprint we've built together. Your foundation is Pillar 1, the connection goal. Your walls are Pillar 2, strategic imperfection, paraphrasing. Your roof is Pillar 3, the power of the pause. And the key to the front door is Pillar 4, the 3-second rule. This is more than just an English lesson. This is an exercise in personal growth. Every time you choose connection over perfection, you're being brave. Every time you creatively paraphrase a word, you are being resourceful. Every time you use a pause, you are being composed. And every time you launch with the 3-second rule, you are being courageous. You are not just learning a language, you are building a stronger, more confident version of yourself. And that is a journey I am so incredibly honored to be a part of. Now, to make this real, we need to activate our community. This is our comment magnet, and I am genuinely excited to read your answers. Please tell me one of these 2 things down below. 1. What is the first situation where you will use the 3-second rule this week? Be specific. At the coffee shop, with my tutor, in my team meeting. Or 2. What is one word you often forget, and what is a simple way you can paraphrase it? Let's help each other build our paraphrasing toolkits. If this episode resonated with you, if you felt that frustration, and you now feel that spark of hope, please share this video. Share it on your social media. Send it to your friend who also struggles. Share it in your learning group. You never know. You might be the person who gives someone else the key to their confidence. If you want to continue this transformative journey with me, please like this video to tell the YouTube algorithm that this is valuable content. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so you don't miss a single step forward. We have so much more to build together. Until next time, remember this: your voice matters, your ideas are valuable, and your journey is inspiring. Keep practicing, be kind to yourself, and never, ever give up. You're doing great. Happy learning.